So got a little update for the channel. Still reading the Nihongi, which is one of the old manuscripts. So far that's where I'm at. That's just like the beginning of everything, and I still have to read book 2 that's in here. So it's going to be a while, but as soon as I get to past book 2, it'll be about all the emperors. And this goes all the way up to 695, so we'll be doing a video on that, especially like the very first emperor. So, and then, yes, bookstores still exist. We have this one, Tales of the Samurai, and it's an illustrated. The author is A.B. Mitford. He was around when the restoration of Japan was happening, and he was a ambassador in Japan, and he was fascinated with their stories and tales, so he collected them and made a book, and the book is called Tales of the Samurai. So they updated it and illustrated it. It's kind of a nice book. It's got some nice imagery in it, but it has like 47 ronin and stuff like that. Another thing, before I forget, with the Nihongi, a lot of their superstitions come from chapter 1 and chapter 2, which is about the gods. So, might get into that a little bit in some videos coming up. So, but this is an awesome book so far. I've skimmed through it. Now, this book is very interesting. Samurai weapons and fighting techniques. This goes a little bit more into detail, like skimmagers. Let's see, the Yumi bow. It actually shows what it looks like when it's drawn on horseback. And yes, they carried their arrows on their back. There's people who say nobody ever carried them on their back, and that's bullshit. They did. Some cultures carried the arrow quivers on their back. But this is like, it goes through the stages of like prepping for putting on armor, all through here. And then this I found very interesting. This talks about also their saddles. So these were their stirrups. They were made of wood, so that way their feet did not get hung up on the horse if they had to dismount and get dragged. So they didn't use a ring. Their foot just sat in there so they could stand up while riding too. So if you look real careful, like there, you can see it, and it gives a detail of how their saddles were made. So this book goes into Tomo Gozen detail, even how they hold the samurai, kendo, points of contact, kenjutsu. And this goes through certain time periods, and as it goes through the time periods, it also explains armor as it developed throughout the centuries too. So that's kind of cool that they incorporated all this in this book. Even talks about their battle axe. Yes, the samurai had a battle axe, believe it or not. Here's how to properly swing the katana. The naginata. Talks about the naginata. Also talks about the yumi. Here's their battle axe right here. This is what I was looking for. So they did have battle axes. By the 14th century, from what I read on this, they fell out of favor because the pikes were introduced, and the pikes were much, much longer. So, yeah, talks about the guys who would carry the flags, all that. So this is going to be a fun little book to read and bring to the channel. So we will see you all later. Just want to give everyone an update what we got coming for the channel. We also got 2 new swords on the way, so don't know when they're going to be in, so stay tuned for that one. Everyone take it easy.